Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a MilePost 0 update video, so let's crack on with it. So just like previous videos where I look at a web page and we'll go through it together, this is the official Fallout 76 Reddit page, and on here we have the MilePost 0 PTS update. The most recent one. So we're going to look at some of the changes that they've made. For example, there was a new currency that they were going to introduce for the legendary mod crafting, and they scrapped that and they've turned it into script basically. So we just retain using the same currency, which is a good change in my opinion. So we're going to go through this. If you're interested in reading this yourself, check out the description down below and you will find a link. So the first thing, let's have a look at legendary crafting, one of the big things that I'm super excited for, so I don't have to gamble as much as I have been. It's I'm super hyped for this. So the first thing is they've adjusted material costs used for crafting legendary mod boxes. I wish they'd give a little bit more details for this, but we would have to go on the PTS to do that. I'm personally just going to wait for the patch to release to really check it out. Next, the Kabloom, the Blue Ridge Branding Iron, the Cryptid Jawbone Knife, the Cultist Piercer, the Elder's Mark, the Holy Fire, Luca's Switchblade, and Ogua Gauntlet, however that's pronounced, I don't know, can now all be legendary crafted, which is pretty cool. I like that change because one, the event isn't, you know, a common thing, and two, people looking for Elder's Mark and Holy Fire can now hopefully get them easier. Fixed a few cases where an item could not be scrapped. Cool. Legendary script limit increased to 11k. This is fantastic. I hope they do the same thing with caps, but this is definitely a good change. They've reduced legendary module weight. This is huge. Legendary modules weigh a lot, so what I would used to do is I would build up my scrap, because scrap would weigh nothing because it's a currency, and then when I'm ready to use my script, not scrap, when I'm ready to use my script, then I'll go and buy the modules. But I'm glad that they've done this. This is really nice. So some combat changes. They've increased the damage for the Gauss shotgun. I am 100% going to make a video on the Gauss shotgun, and what I'll do is I'll get some footage of pre-patch Gauss shotgun and compare it to after the patch, what kind of results we get, because in my personal humble opinion, I personally didn't think the Gauss shotgun was very good, but it looked cool. But that's just me. Address an issue where the Danger Cloud mutation would deal more damage when intended. Okay. Address an issue where some buffs effects may be unexpectedly removed when dying. That's a good fix. Address an issue where the bonus to dot damage from strength for melee weapons and perks could be higher than intended. Okay, this is really nice. Melee weapons can be very potent with the right build. So I think a little too potent in some cases. And then we've got addressed a display issue with the description text for the Strangler Heart Power Armor's set bonus. Alrighty. Address an issue with dot damage could be higher than intended under specific circumstances. Alright, so this is just some fixes to dot damage primarily. The big one here for me is this Gauss shotgun increased damage. I'm super hyped for that. So now we have some damage adjustment for the following weapons, armor, mods with fire and poison damage. I am not going to read all these, but you can sort of get a gist of this, including flame arrows, poison arrows, pitchfork, flamer, all this sort of stuff. Perfect Storm, 10mm SMG. All this stuff is, I believe, getting a damage buff. So the damage adjustment, I believe they're going to be more potent and hopefully more viable. So now onto some of the new stuff. We have information about the caravan. So general notes. Players who have already interacted with the A bump to the road and or a caravan on the previous PTS may experience. Okay, this is just to do with the PTS, whatever. Windy, the cryptid hunter has been cut for this release. All right, so this is maybe going to come out for. Okay, well, she's just been removed for now. Intro quest: a bump in the road. Model of the Brahmin may appear incorrect for selecting an extra large cargo. So this is, I made a video on this, so it looks like the Brahmin are going to be used, and I believe you're going to hopefully be able to raise your own Brahmin, which is really, really, really interesting. Like I said, I'm not one to hop on a PTS and keep going through all the different changes. I like to play it when it's in its full release form. Plus, it gives me something to be excited about. But like you can see here, you can have extra large cargo. Roads are the same, but model of the Brahmin may show light cargo load. Hopefully they change that. If players disconnect while talking to Merle during the talk to Merle objective, they will not be able to progress the quest. Oh, that's interesting. Caravan quest repeatables. So these are, so once I believe you unlocked your outposts, you're going to be able to repeat these quests and basically build up your outposts with the stuff you get and so on and so forth. That's what that bit there is for. Now the MilePost 0 headquarters. I don't know how to pronounce this. Inek, whatever that is, does not immediately appear in the HQ after the players unlock her. We'll need to exit and re-enter the HQ to make her appear. Okay, well, that's good to know. Neki's upgrades may not display after the player has purchased upgrades. You also may take several tries of entering and exiting to refresh her trade inventory. Oh, interesting. Hopefully they sort that out. That seems a bit annoying to deal with, but I mean, at least there's a fix for it. Josie will not show the players that they don't have enough supplies to upgrade the Brahmin. Her dialogue will continue as if the player has upgraded the Brahmin. So if you are on the PTS, obviously this is information that will help. Hopefully these things don't retain to September the 3rd when this is supposedly meant to release. Mischief Knight. Thank you all for testing the Mischief Knight, blah, blah, blah. So this is the current patch notes for the PTS. And I can talk a little bit about sort of what else is coming with the update. So obviously we've looked at the Blue Ridge Caravan Company focused content. That includes the obviously the Brahmin, as well as your outpost, which you can decorate and upgrade. And there's various different vendors in there. Rebalancing over the fire and poison damage. So elemental damage could potentially be viable. I think that the Holy Fire, for example, is amazing, but obviously... Oh, Enclave. I just noticed Enclave Plasma Gun, Gamma Wave Emitter, and Beta Wave Tuner might be getting adjusted. Definitely going to be trying that out. So one of the things that isn't in this note section here is the liking of camps feature. So if you are someone who enjoys building and someone who enjoys looking at other people's builds, for example, my wife, she loves building. She's got all 5 character slots, all with camps on them, because she just enjoys building so much. But she also enjoys going around to people's different camps and checking out their builds. With this feature, you're able to give them a thumbs up and say, hey, your build is pretty awesome, if you so wish. Obviously, the next big thing is obviously the huge legendary crafting changes, using script to craft legendary mod boxes, which for me is massive, especially for things where I want to get into change from my the current set that I have on. I can't give it up because the rolls are just too good. and I want to switch over to Secret Service, a full set of Secret Service. So hopefully with the legendary mod box crafting, I'm going to be able to slowly get the perfect roll Secret Service armor that I'm looking for, as well as reducing obviously the weight for modules and all that sort of stuff. So that's so far what the information that I've managed to dig up. There's obviously a plethora more around. I'm waiting to get a solid sort of September the 3rd patch note, but obviously they're still ironing out the so the stuff in the PTS, it looks like, which is part of the reason I don't play it. I know there's plenty of people in there that get that done for us. And that will conclude this video. I hope this video was informative. I hope you guys are excited for the new update like I am. I am super hyped for so many different things. I was a little bit disappointed with the Skyline Valley update. In my opinion, the content was slightly on the lacking side. Still super cool update. Love the new weapons and so on. But this looks like a huge patch. Not only do we get more new content with the MilePost 0 outpost and the caravan content, but we also get huge changes and rebalances to weapon systems, to damage types, to the legendary crafting, hopefully making things a little more interesting for players, and it's not just you rolling for potentially months just to get one piece of perfectly rolled gear, and so on and so forth. Either way, cheers all for joining me. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one.